Hi all, welcome back. Enemy Action Kharkov German Solo, part 46. Right, I know this has nothing to do with Enemy Action Kharkov. I keep forgetting to mention it though, that I've been quite excited about the fact that Fields of Fire, they've released the rulebooks online, the 3rd edition or whatever it is, the extent, whatever it is, the new version of the rules. So yeah, pretty excited about that because I really want to get that game going again. So hopefully what they've done, because I think they've increased the amount of pages by quite a lot, so it's going to look an even heavier game. But if it's straightening out all these scratching head situations that you got yourself into, then I'm all for it. So probably going to purchase the releasing an update kit, I think, for it. Come the time, but I will be starting to dig into the rules a little bit. So yeah, I was pretty hyped up about that because I think it's a brilliant game. It really is. It's just unfortunate that the rules just weren't, but hopefully they are now. Fingers crossed. Anyway, that's not what you're probably, if you are watching this, it's not what you're wanting to hear, really. Okay, so last impulse. Yes. Not very pleasant, was it? Seen a lot of things happening. We lost this 4-strength armour. Do you know up there? Just totally never seen that one coming. Totally out of the blue, really. So I'm up to... No, I'm not up to date. I'm just uploading part 45 just now. So I've not reviewed back on that. Which is, yeah, what I'm talking about just now. However, I just said that I was just finishing part 44, watching it back, and I thought, I'm missing something here. And yeah, we moved on to turn 4, Grant, and I've put a comment in the header for part 44 and 45, basically saying that I've been missing these. I'm hoping we can look back here and fix that. The good thing is there's not a lot of reserves sitting in the reserve units box, so I might be getting away with it. And that is, I'm missing step 4 and step 6 of the Soviet Impulse, which kicks in on turn 4. And step 4 is place eligible active reserve units on the map, and it's rule 9.5, which I'm about to look at. And step 6 is place an IP marker on one eligible active unit, and that's rule 9.7. Well, I haven't done that at all since we started the turn. So what is it I've activated? And I've just noticing that I'm not moving these over, and I need to start doing that, or I'm going to get myself in a muddle. It was second SS we activated last, wasn't it? Not 48 core. Yeah. So what have they activated? Well, they've activated the first guards. We knew that was the first one. And then I want to say first guards, 40th Army, 3rd Tank, and then Mobile Group Popov. Oh, jeez. Well, the good thing about that is there's no reserve units for any of them in the reserve units box. However, a reserve did come into play, but if it came into play in the attack step, yeah, it did, then it wouldn't have been there when we came to step 4, which is place it onto the map from the reserves, place eligible active reserve units on the map. And the other reserve that we placed was another one. Was there one from First Guards? There was, and that was in the attack as well, wasn't it? Right, I'm just going to have a quick looky back on that, and then I'm also going to have to then consider placing an IP maybe on all the armies that did activate, and see if there's any candidates. So yeah, I'm just going to do a wee bit looking through the back footage and see. I'll take a couple of notes hopefully, and we'll find out what's what. Okay, I left a bit of paper that I wrote all my notes down. Hang on. Right, yeah, I think we're getting away with this, okay. I did feel that it might be alright. Although there is something to do in the first one. Well, we can double check that. The first guard's activated first. Right, I was right in my thinking about who all done something. So it was first guards first. Now, I thought at first they had all moved. No, first of all, they had a reserve, but it came in combat. And like I say, the combat step is within step 3, and the place eligible active reserves on the map is step 4. So the unit was already, and they only had one, the unit was already there. Let's have a look at, what is it, 9.5? Was it 9.5? Where was that? Where did I get that? It was from back here, wasn't it? Give me a sec, hang on. Yeah, so 9.5. Now this happens in step 4, like I say, so it's after you've moved the units, after you've attacked, but before you move units back to the reserve units box, you would place eligible active reserve units on the map. Well, in all the cases that we're looking at here, there was no reserve units in the box, because the one that was here, it came out and conducted part. It came into play in the combat. So beginning on game turn 4, during step 4 of the Soviet activation sequence, all units in the reserve box are placed in VP hexes and village hexes on the map, often replacing garrison markers. Right, so I'm not going to read through that just yet, because we're going to get it at some point, but in each case, in each of the 4 cases, like I say, we did activate, within this term we've activated 1st Guards, 40th Army, 3rd Tank, Mobile Group Popov. There was no reserves available for step 4 in the Soviet Impulse, which is 9.5, placing them in step 4. So we're going to get away with that one. However, the other one that I missed was 9.7, placing an IP in a Soviet unit. Starting on game turn 4, in step 6 of a Soviet activation, place an IP marker in 1 hex only in Soviet support containing at least 1 active Soviet unit that did not move or attack and was not placed not placed as a reserve in the current activation. Do not place an IP marker in a hex with a town or city, or that already has an IP marker, or if all units in the hex are dispersed, out of supply, or isolated. And then there's some preferences. Well, I thought at first they had done everything, but this unit actually, all he did was walk in. So he didn't move at all, this guy. Unit 11, I wrote it down, yeah? So he did not move or attack, so he is going to build an IP. So we're pretty sure that was right. So that's more annoyance for, well, it helps him a little bit. Yeah, and all the rest of them got involved in the attack, I think, or they moved or attacked anyway. So that was the first impulse. The second impulse was 40th Army. Okay, so that was over this side, and what have I wrote down? Yeah, the reserve, again, it came in the combat. We only had 1 reserve, and he joined the combat on Belgorod, and actually then eliminated the unit, so he was quite useful there. And all units involved attacked. They attacked up here, and these guys attacked down here. So no chance of an IP being placed there, and also no chance of reserves being placed in step 4. 3rd Tank were next. Now I'm just gonna open things up here again, because there's nothing more to say really. Third Tank, there was no reserves, and all the units moved, so there was no reserves to join in step 4. There was no IP to be placed in step 6, and then the last impulse, Mobile Group Popov, there was no reserves again, and all units moved or attacked. So again, there was no reserve to come in on step 4, and there was no IP to be placed. So we did kind of get away with that. So it's a bit of a relief, because you know, trying to keep it. That's just simply in the sequence of play, and I've conducted my combat checks, and then just sort of said, you know, I forgot about the rest. I've just remembered what I've been doing before and forgetting about them. So hopefully now they will stick. Okay, right, back to what we're going to do. Well, no, excuse me. It's not what we're going to do. It's one of these moments where there's still a card sitting in the Soviet auxiliary card slot, and it's not a very pleasant one. This could be a horrible set of impulses for us, because I mean this is bad enough with Popov, but I've got a fear here that these could possibly, I mean, like I say, if they happen to push this guy back 2 hexes, if they happen to retreat him twice or eliminate him, advance. If they advance into this hex, and you know what? Yeah, that's forward arrows all the way. So he'll auto advance into there and auto advance into there, and then we cannot deploy in there. So yeah, this could be quite rough, to be honest. Okay, so we're activating all units in the army, and southwest front objective, well, it's been moved to its 3rd position now, isn't it? So I think now you've got to just reach it, and then I think that's when the objective markers maybe go away or something. But yeah, that's going to be a bit to come. Yeah, I certainly hope. Or maybe we won't need to get that far. Yeah, right. I'm less hopeful with this when I've seen what happened with the Popov units. They just kind of strolled about a bit, and yeah. Okay, so activate all units in the army, right. Okay, and what makes this worse is this guy. So we've got a reserve here that more than likely could get involved in this combat too. So I think I was laughing at, I was going to put a wee comment, and you know, I was counting up the odds, and I think I counted up, it was just the last part I watched, I think, and I was just checking, and I thought it was 41 odds and 5 chip pools, and I was like saying, well, that's not too bad, but that is bad enough, I think, when you consider that this is probably going to join as well. That's going to be then 5-1 odds with 6 chip pools, and then they're going to draw a combat tactic. Okay, there's no auxiliary card now, but that is pretty bad. And in particular, you know, you want to protect this VB hex, and if they do nudge you back 2 hexes, they're going to advance 2 hexes, and then that's you then cannot deploy in there because they're too close. So yeah, it's bad. So I mean, we will get the chance to play a combat tactic or set. Well, that is assuming they don't get. Oh yeah, I was looking at the possible reinforce. Well, will we look at that just now? I think, because I think I said that it needs to be from the same army. Yeah, that's it. I'm pretty sure it is. Reinforced battle for the Germans. Selected units must be supplied, undispersed, and in the same army as a unit in the combat. Oh, hang on. Does it matter if it was... No. Select one active that did not move or attack that could reach combat in a single move. Selected units must be... Yeah, it's not differentiating between attacking or defending. So, we are not reinforcing the battle, because we've got nobody around about that's in the 1st Panzer Army. So you can rule out, I think I had 2 or 3 cards with reinforced battle on it. I've got 2. So I've got pull out, but pull out doesn't help, because that then means that I'm retreating 2 hexes and they're advancing 2 hexes. Even if I was to retreat him, well, I don't know if I can do that. Retreat him that way, it doesn't matter. He's going to follow his primary arrows, and this is an S going this way. So he's going to auto advance into there and then auto advance into there. So we've really only got artillery. Yep. Yeah, this could be bad. Okay. Right, well, let's get seeing what they're doing with the attack then anyway. So, well, actually, we've not even moved them yet, Grant. So this is 6 armies, so they're not, they don't have an army objective, they're just looking at their southwest front objective, yeah. Okay, so method 1, take a VP hex. Well, we must have looked at the fact that they can't, yeah, because he's got to break zone of control going that way, innit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. So, obviously this is our closest one, isn't it? Yeah, this is the only possibility that they could be going for, really. And remember, it needs to be targeted for their front as well, which Wazovia is. Okay, so they can't do that. Are they going to get sidetracked in any other way? Well. Adjacent to German VP hex, a near objective. Well, I don't think they can even get adjacent to that, can they? Even these guys, 1, 2, 3. Oh, he can. Oh, well, that's yuck. Damn it. Of course, it might have been a while since I looked at these guys, and was I not right in thinking that the objective marker was down here somewhere? But that would be getting closer, because the objective marker is away down here now. So it's kind of like that way. Yeah. On the way through Wazovia. Oh well, so much for all that then, because that's just spoiling things now already, isn't it? I knew I was going to regret not deploying them. But you see, I had that many other things that I needed to try and do. Well, maybe you should have took a chance with the other things, Grant. Okay. Adjacent to German VPX near objective. Move to a hex closer to or within 4 hexes. Right, we're not looking at the 4 hexes. So move to a hex closer to the unit's objective marker and adjacent to a German VP hex. There's not any other options for them. This goes in ascending order, actually. So unit 1, I don't think I'll be able to those still, will we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. He's 1 short. So that was unit 1. Well, unit 2 is the same then, yeah. So, what we got 4, so 4, I'm not sure he'll make it either, will he? 1, 2, 3, no, he can't do that, Grant. 1, 2, crossing the river, 3, yeah, he can't make it either. So in actual fact, it's unit 7, isn't it? It is unit 7 that's going to do this. Just checking, yeah, Zimiev's already been taken. The only other one, the main one, is Kharkov, and that's too far away for these guys. And it's probably not getting closer to their objective as well. So yeah, so I think unit 7 is going to move in here. So what can he reach? Is there a couple of options? Yeah, so he's got 2 possible options. I just started wondering there, could I just move? I mean, I really don't want to use the 3rd core card in my hand to move this unit, but would he get there? It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he could actually get there, assuming nothing else changes. Any 1 unit move, maybe, to save the card. Right. Okay, so there he's got unit 7. He's got 2 options. They're going to be closer to his objective marker, definitely, and they're going to be adjacent to a German VP hex. Right. So we don't. It doesn't give you a preference. It only gives you a preference of the hexes, the VP hexes. So we just tie break that situation. And so tie break as closest to unit's objective marker. They're both going to be the same, eh? Yeah, they are. An empty hex, they're both empty. The hex in furthest in the compass direction, yeah. So it's going to be this one. So unit 7 is going to move 1, 2, 3, oops, 4 into that. That's a Soviet garrison. And he came from there. That got ruled out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay, but his buddy's going to follow him, isn't he? Yeah, unit 16. Well, he's going to have the same 2 options, isn't he? So he's probably going to go the empty hex, isn't he? And again, I don't think. Well, obviously that one's breaking a restriction. Just wondering, there is going to be. No, there's not going to be a gap, is there? Well, there's going to be a gap between these 2 units, but I should probably open that up a little bit. Okay, so the 2 possible hexes, tiebreakers for them are closest to the unit's objective marker and then an empty hex. So he will sort of split it up a bit and go 1, 2, 3 into the empty hex. Also adjacent to German VP hex. Let me just check. Yeah, okay, so that's okay. Well, I mean, that takes 5 strength away from the attack on that unit, but as you can see, we cannot deploy units in Wazovia now. The best thing we're going to be able to do here is move this unit around. That's assuming he's still there and capable of moving. Or possibly this guy. We do have a card for the 48th Corps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He could come across, but I don't know. Right, what's next? So the other guys cannot move adjacent to German VP hex. No. Okay. Move method 3 is open supply line. Move to hex that we don't. That if occupied by a unit would enable a unit in the active front currently unable to trace supply, including the moving unit, to be able to trace supply. I don't believe there's any issues there. I don't think they've got anybody. I mean, they did have this guy here, but what he done was he just battled his way out of it. And it was only him that managed to be able to take on a 4 strength armoured unit. Admittedly, a 4 strength armoured unit that was out of supply, so. And hit 2 unsupplied ships. Yeah. So no, I can't see any issues with supply. So moving on. Moving method 4 to 9, right, these aren't spearheads, so we can just carry on. So cause surround. Oh no, don't tell me. No, there's not a gap in here, Grant. You're alright. What about this guy himself though? Let's see, could he be in any danger? He could maybe. If I can get a unit in there. No, I can't get a unit in there. No. The best I could do is put 1 in there, couldn't I? And I don't think that surrounds that guy, does it? No, he's got an out there. So that's fine. So they can't surround that guy, and they can't surround that guy. However, what about this guy? What does this go in descending order, I think? Yeah. So we've got a 1, a 2, and a 4. Well, the infantry won't have the movement to get up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. But these might. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's me worried about this guy getting attacked, and they're all going away doing other things. Other horrible things. Okay, so in descending our move to hex, if occupied by the unit would cause an unsurrounded German unit to become surrounded. Prefer a hex that causes surround to most German units. Well, yeah, because this guy does have an out hex at the moment here. So we're talking unit 2 here. So I think he's going to move into here. So that's 1, 2, breaking zone of control, 3, 4, 5 because it's crossing the, it's a road 5 and then 6. So he can't get to any other X's. It's not that he could get to here or here, you know. So he's only got the one choice. Although he could maybe 9.25. Well, he's not going to 9.25 out of surround, Grant, is he? So surround's the first part of 9.25. So yeah, I'm not even going to mess with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into there. From there. No restrictions broken, I don't think. And another German third corps unit surrounded. Yeah, feels right to me. So, well, that's just moved 3 units already, isn't it? So, any other surround situations? No, I don't think so. I don't believe so. I mean, we've got back at Kharkov. It's probably out of the range a little bit, but these are all surrounded, aren't they? Because of this unit moving here. This guy's not surroundable because there's no gap through here. Well, certainly not by the 6th Army. Admittedly, if Popov were to activate again, it's possible that, yeah, one could get in there and surround them, but we're just concentrating on 6th Army at the moment. So that's that. So we've only got units 1 and 4 to go. So no more surround. To Soviet VP Hex, any unit moved to an empty or garrison Soviet VP Hex. That German unit would be approximate or German supplies traceable to no. And then also if it was an infantry unit moved to relieve an armoured unit, no. It's not within range. This guy's infantry in here anyway. Oh, this would be within range actually, but there's an infantry unit moved into there to relieve that 3rd tank unit underneath. So it's not solely occupied by armour, so it doesn't move there. Okay, move method 6, adjacent to German VP Hex. Well, no, they didn't have the movement to get adjacent to this anyway. Yeah, this one's the one that doesn't matter, but they can't reach Kharkov. No, they would have to be reaching this hex here. That's not going to happen. No. Adjacent to German unit and logistics hex. Well, maybe. Well, not the infantry. We've already said 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't get up here because this is only German unit and logistics hex. Can this guy go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Oh yeah, because he came from there. Yeah, because he was unit 1. So he can actually go and do this, can't he? I think so. Here was me worried about this guy. Everybody's running away from him. Oh, okay, stop. Just as well I carried on reading there. Move adjacent to German unit and a logistics hex for the active front and not currently surrounded. So this guy moving in here surrounded him. So that's the only unit in the logistics hex. He's already surrounded, so we do skip by that. Right, move method 8, adjacent to German unit. Move to an unoccupied hex that is adjacent to German unit and not adjacent to Soviet unit, adjacent to that same German unit. Well, this guy, that's in descending order though, Grant. So unit 4 would look at this first. But he can't get there, and he can't get there or there. So he could maybe get there, maybe there, but that's going to be adjacent. Sorry. That's going to be adjacent to a Soviet unit, adjacent to the same German unit. I'll tell you where he could go down to that 48 core unit though, couldn't he? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he could. And I think he will. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, I think that guy can reach both these hexes. You can come down the road 1, 2, and then into the broken hex across the river for another 2. Or you can come 1, 2, 3 into here. That's his only 2 choices. The preferences were, I think, just finding the German unit, whether or not prefer a hex adjacent to the most German units, a German unit to which no Soviet unit is adjacent. The closest German, yeah, that's to find the actual German unit if you had more than one. So we just moved to 9.25 with that one, because we're moving adjacent to a German unit. And would we cause surround in any of the hexes? No, we would not. No. Hex not occupied by or adjacent to a German unit. Yeah, they're both not that. An empty Gams hex are both that. So yeah, tiebreakers. Closest to the unit's objective marker. I think it's the same. Yeah, they're both the same. 13 hexes away. So it's going to be the compass, isn't it? Empty hex, well, they're both empty, and then furthest in the compass direction. So again, it's going to be this one. So this guy is going to go 1, 2, and then 3, 4. 1 crossing the Donetsk River and 1 into the broken hex. And again, any restrictions broken? I don't believe there are. Yeah, don't think so. I mean, you've got to remember they need to be able to trace supply when they end their move, Grant. Yeah, there's not an issue there, is there? And we're not opening up proximity. Because, I mean, even this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I can get down to this road, but that's not a German supply head. Yeah, no. Okay. So yeah, so just 1 unit to go. He's the only one left that's beside this guy. It's as if they're just saying, we're not interested in you. What method was on? 8. Oh yeah, he's going to satisfy the method, so he's going to walk in, isn't he? Well, 9.25. Because he is in an unoccupied hex, is adjacent to a German unit, not adjacent to a Soviet unit, adjacent to that same German unit. So 9.25. Okay, I just actually realised this guy can get right round to here. Was I aware of that before? Because he can go 1, 2, breaking zone of control, 3, 4, 5, crossing the minor river into clear hex, 6 into there. I wouldn't have surrounded the guy though, would it? No. No, I don't think it was missed by anything, was it? Don't think so. Right, so there's these 9.25 options. Now, do any of them surround now then? No. Oh, wait a minute. No. If we went here, the guy could go there. Yeah, no, so there's no surround. Yeah, there's not any unoccupied, not adjacent by blah blah blah. Empty hexes, they're all empty. Hex not occupied by an active. Yeah, it's tiebreakers. Closest unit's objective. Right, let me see. Right, so these two are 13, these two are 14. So between these two, it's going to be the western, isn't it? Empty hex furthest in the compass direction. So will be this one. So he will now. Things are opening up a bit more here, Grant. So 1, 2, breaking zone of control, 3 into there. He was there. But again, he can still trace supply. These guys can trace supply. And he's not opened proximity up to an empty, or supply even up to like I say, I already counted this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, we can get to this road, but this is, you know, trying to trace German supply. That road's no good. We need to get, well, in fact, there's no gap through here either. I don't know where we would get it, so let's forget about that. Right, okay, well that's all our movement. And yeah, I didn't expect to see that. So there you go. Okay, let's check attack checks in. So in ascending order, well, this is unit 1, and just as a reminder, we have this guy that could join the party. So let us see. So we've got 4 against 4. This guy could easily be deployed somewhere. In fact, can he go there and surround? You know what, he can. That's ridiculous. Really? Yeah, I think so. So we've got 8 to 4. This might go ahead as well. Right, 8 to 4. And there's no adjustments to the unit. Yeah, so it's a straight up 8 to 4, which is 2 to 1. So command value of the cards are 3. Then we get a +2 for it being 2 to 1. We get a +1 for them being in support, that's 6. And then, if any attacking units are surrounded, no. If flanking will apply, or defender will be surrounded and unable to trace supply, well, yes, because, I mean, I'm pretty sure the reserve can go there. If not, it can definitely go there and flank. So that's a goal. That means this attack's happening. Oh dear. This is all going wrong. Yeah, I should have realised that I wasn't going to breeze through this turn and seriously think that I was going to, like... I mean, this is the first turn in which you can try and achieve that victory, or you can really achieve that really devastating defeat. I've never been close to that in any of these games I've played, so I mean, why I don't know. It looked like it had a chance, I suppose, but I just cannot see that now. Well, this guy was my hope, right? And I was saying about maybe anyone unit movement in there. He's going to be surrounded. He's going to have, unless we do pull him out. But when we pull him out, that's the card we're using to pull him out. Yeah. Okay, let's carry on. So it's going ahead. The attack's going ahead. This unit is attacking. The odds are 4 to 1. Sorry, the odds are 4 to 4, 1 to 1. So let's get that started anyway. No, not that I really should be messing with that, because the reserve's definitely coming on. So it's 1 to 1 with 1 chip pool. So you think, well, that's fine. We can cope with that. Yeah, if only that's where it stayed. So what am I doing now? I'm looking at combat. Yes. In a sec. Right, so it's certainly not overwhelming attack, so adding reserves. Adjacent and Soviet reserve supply. So yeah, I mean, if I put that there, he can trace reserve supply 1, 2 onto the road, and he's fine. So he can go there, there, there. Now he might not be able to go here. And saying that, we can actually possibly trace down now, because there's gaps now. So if I was to look here or here, well, here shouldn't be a problem. Well, can we not just go round and up that way then, Grant? So 1, 2, 3, 4 onto that same road, and in fact, yeah, I don't even need to look that way. I can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 onto the road. So yeah, this reserve can go in any hex. Okay. And just double checking, non-reserve unit in active front is in or proximate to the hex. Well, we're proximate to this one, this one, this one, this one. Yeah, we're proximate to them all as well. So that's it. So prefer a hex in Soviet support, causing surround of target. Well, we know that one causes surround. Do any of the other ones cause surround? Sometimes I struggle just looking at that like that. Hang on. Okay, so either of they two, if we were to put him there or there, he's going to have an out. So, but that surrounds and that one actually surrounds as well. Yeah, it does, yeah. So, between the two, causing target to be flanked, well, either we're going to do that, unoccupied hex, highest hex number. So, going to be 1709. So, it is going to be the one that just surrounds them nice and straightforward. Right, so he comes in there, and all is good for them anyway. And yeah, so now we've got 8-4, so the odds are 2-1, and the chip pools are now 2. So still only 2-1 with 2 chip pools. Yeah, but I did go ahead. We've done the check. Yeah, it all worked. Okay, so no exotic cards. All the reserves are done, right? So now we're going to draw a combat tactic and see what we get. We get another 40th Army card. So artillery. So I think that was one of the only options we had, was probably artillery. So that increases the odds to 3. We're surrounded. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's all going wrong. Yeah. You're all laughing at me now, thinking, yeah, you're thinking you had a hope of winning this. Aye. Okay, well, we have the chance to play a combat tactic. We have artillery, pull out, reinforced battle we cannot do because he's surrounded now anyway, so reinforced battle. So we have artillery or pull out. That's our options. I don't fancy any of them, to be honest. I mean, if we pull out, well, maybe. We pull out, we go 1, 2. We have to take a step loss in the first retreat. Our next impulse could be activate any one unit and move it into Wazovia, because it's the 3rd core card we're using to pull out. And that means that big stack of 5 reserves are going to be sitting in the reserve units box and might not get the chance to come out this turn. How many cards we've got left in our draw pile? 3 cards we've got left. I suppose I'm just maybe seeing, can I keep the hope alive, but is it not hopeless anyway, Grant? Am I not better just taking the attack anyway? But what if there's no result? If there's no result, I'm stuck in there. But if I pull out, I'm taking a step loss anyway. I think I've just got to take a chance with this. Really. I think I probably need to just accept that I'm not going to get to the end of this turn with them on 11 points. That was my worry, actually. I meant to say that at the beginning of this part, because because I'm thinking about things that way, I'm not sort of thinking about other issues. I'm concentrating on just trying to see if I can see the turnout, and other things might be sort of like getting ignored that shouldn't be. Whereas at least if I know they're going to get 12 victory points at least, then I can just forget about some things and concentrate on more important things. So 2-1 odds, they've got artillery, they're only getting 3 chip pools. And in some ways I want to take a hit so I can retreat and then have that option. But if, Grant, you're forgetting about the 48 core guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, he needs to come around a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're joking. Ah, it's because he's moved down and zone of controlled him. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't work, Grant. I can't strategically move him. Oh. I'm not pulling him out. I'm not doing that. Just, well, accept what's given to us. I'm not wasting that card on that. Yeah, I was going to say, the 6th Army might not activate again. We're only halfway through the deck, Grant. And that's not the primary card. Oh, hang on. Yeah, because the primary card shuffled down already, so it's not in the discard pile. But, you know, who's to say, if I keep the card, I deploy the 3rd Corps units, maybe, oh, see, I'm not going to be able to get them. Well, it depends. 1, 2, 3, would I get them? Yeah, I should be able to. So as long as that guy stays alive, I should be able to get them. No, we need to be in here, Grant. 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on. They're not serious. Well, maybe I could deploy them. Oh, it's got garrisons along here, though. Because then I've got to be 5 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or I could be down here. No, that's not a supply road. I could be down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I give myself a shot at that. Yeah, you know what? It's yeah. I kind of wish they would just take that 12 victory point and put me out of my misery, and then I can concentrate on the rest of the game. I think that's what we need. We need to be put out of that misery of the stupid thought that you're maybe going to win the game on turn 4. Because that's ridiculous. Forget about it, Grant. Okay. So, let's just budge that along a bit. Back along. So we've got... yeah, I'm not playing a combat tactic. They've got artillery, they've got 2-1 odds, 3 chip pools, we're surrounded, we've got armour, so have they, but anyway. Right, I'll get the 3 chits. First chit, set your attack not supported on the front, so I was wondering about it being the clear, but it's not. Town reads are broken on the back. It would have been good if it'd been in. Well, I'm saying it would have been good. I'm also sort of saying in some ways I don't mind maybe taking a hit, so that I can then retreat out of being surrounded and have the possible option of, but have you not just said, Grant, you won't put out your misery? Right, I'll get the next 2 to come. A large attack on the front, 7-1 on the back, so doesn't apply, so just 1 more to come. Oh, there we go. Only attack our armour, only defend our armour, so we both had armour. Yeah, so nothing happened at all, which means we're still staying surrounded. Yeah, Okay. Right, okay, so let's just move on for that. That's how it is. So all I can do now is probably deploy the third core next turn, hopefully into a hex that I can possibly move one of them into there. That's the best I can do, yeah. So right, any other units? Well, this guy up here, that's unit 2. Well, he's 3 against 4. It's 3 against 5. Yeah, that's not happening, is it? Even though the guy's surrounded. That's 3 against 5. Yeah, there's nothing to say that because he's surrounded that should change things. No. And we've got one more, yeah, down here. Well, this is 4 against 3. With no pluses. 4 against 3. So that's 1 to 1. It's greater than 1 to 1. Yeah, he doesn't have the armor bonus, and we've not got. Yeah, I don't think this will happen. But so it's greater than 1 to 1 anyway. So the cards are 3. So we're doing a tactical value check. Cards are 3. Situational strength is not 2 to 1. It's in support. Yeah, that's a 4. Only so 8 units of armor. No. If any attacking units are surrounded, no, it shouldn't be. No. Flanking while player defender will be surrounded. No. Target of VP hit. Yeah. Combat attack. Yeah. No. It's staying at a 4, so that's not happening. So I think that's it, isn't it? Now there's no reserves. That's everybody moved as well, didn't they? Yeah. So we would now not forget about steps 4 and step 6. So step 4, place eligible active reserve units on the map. There is not, because it got placed in the combat. And then step 5, remove eligible active units to the reserve units box while they all moved or attacked or something, did something. So no. And then step 6, because they all moved or attacked, we will not place an IP on any of them. And that is that. That is our impulse over. So, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of been a miserable turn that for us. Well, impulse, double impulse. That spoilt quite a few things. Yeah, maybe sort of made me realise my situation rather than just dream about what could be. What might have been maybe, but well, it's still not there. But we're now only, I would say, possibly we're just over halfway through their deck. So, yeah. And there's probably lots of other things we'd like to do, but I think probably now we deploy the third core somehow, I think. Because not only this area and this situation, yeah, I'm not trying to, I mean, I might as well still try that, but more so I think, and I think my third core is coming down this way. I think we're forgetting about what's happening up there. The 40 core can deal with that now. I think we need to try and put something in front of this. I mean, we've got 57 core as well. Actually, in fact, that's a possible deployment as well, because I can't deploy it within 3 of the unit that's out of supply there. I need to find a road though. There's no road. One, two. No, because it's too close to the units. So you'd then be looking at, well, I suppose I could deploy them strategically. And the thing is that these are still a bit of a strange fact that these are not. The pop-off units are just going to stroll by them. They're not. They're going to maybe stop and have a look, and yeah, I've realised that putting units in them is only going to encourage them to come and have a closer look. So, like I say, it does feel a little gamey to think, let's not do that. The other one was, I was wondering about, yeah, you know what, I'll come back to that. The core Rouse units, I mean, if I move them into there, it's just encouraging that this pop-up unit will say, oh, wait now, there's German units in there, let's go and attack it. Oh, right, we've destroyed it or we've retreated it, let's advance after combat. Not that we really want to be in this hex, but we'll do it anyway. So, yeah. So I think you can play with that a little bit. Well, it's just not like, it's not what I'll like to do, but you can see if it's clear that it's going to happen. Yeah. Well, kind of wish that it didn't happen that way, and then I would play the game properly, and I would say, right, I need to get units into here. I mean, don't get me wrong, the third tanker are going to be heading towards that at some point anyway. But... Right, anyway, well, you can think about it. I do have more time tonight. That I really do feel like I'm burning myself out a little bit. Whether it's a bit of disappointment kicking in that I'm realising that my my hope of possibly just going to turn 4 and then closing the game out looks, yeah, very slim. Very slim, I think. Yeah, probably impossible. So I don't know. I'll see. I'm going to take a little break just now and think about it and whatever. I mean, I'm sure I'll be back. If not tonight, I'll get up tomorrow morning and I'll be ready to go again. I'm sure that's what will happen. I know I spoke last night about maybe trying to distract myself by, maybe just playing something different for a bit. Just taking my mind away for this for a little bit. But we'll see. Okay, I'll be back at some point, no doubt. Okay, cheers guys.